Cheers, I do buckaroos, and how the heck are you? You know who I am. Anyways, I digress. Let me try to fix something real fast here. Okay, now we're back at business. Anyways, so I decided to have one cocktail with you this evening, and then call it an evening. It's been a long week, man. So here's what I got. So earlier today, I made a homemade orange ginger thyme simple syrup. So I had dried ginger, I had dried orange peel, but I had fresh thyme. So I used that with some raw sugar cubes, make a simple syrup, and here we go. And yeah, if you'll notice, no, I'm not serving this like a lot of folks do. I do prefer my drink straight up. So even occasionally I will use an ice cube, but especially as we get into winter, you're going to see just about every drink I pour served neat or straight up. So anyway, an old fashioned you do want cold. I don't think it needs an ice cube like everybody seems to think. I think that's a youngster kind of thing because if you look at original recipes for an old fashioned or some of the early recipes, let's say that most of them call for it to be served straight up, just like a Manhattan. Oh man, that's delicious. So here's what I got here. I am using. What are you using, Tom? I'm using the Lifted Spirits Madeira Cask Finish Rye. And then again, so I got 2 ounces of the rye, about 3/4 ounce of the simple syrup, and a few dashes of cardamom bitters to really change the game a little bit. And of course, a standard orange peel garnish. And it does help to add to the aromatics as well. Oh man, that's delicious. So why ginger, orange, and thyme? It seems very busy, Tom. Well, yeah. So I've done just ginger, ginger simple syrup. I've done just an orange simple syrup. I've done a ginger thyme simple syrup. I've never done an orange ginger thyme simple syrup, and I felt that all the flavors and aromas would work together. Again, so I had the dried ingredients for the orange peel and the ginger, but we did have some fresh thyme that my wife grew. So I put that in as I'm making the simple syrup when that water's hot and I'm melting the sugar so all those oils get in there, but then strain it out so you don't have those particles in your drink per se. And if you want them, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. Strain them out so it looks nice. Oh, mercy. So I picked up this Madeira cask back in August when we were in the Kansas City area. We were actually stayed in Liberty, but we hit a few spots in Kansas City. I actually found this at a liquor store, though. I wanted to get to their distillery, but their hours were limited. And I didn't have a chance to get there. But I did pick up this bottle at the Lucas Liquors. We went back there a few weeks ago, back in the area a few weeks ago, I should say. But again, the timing wasn't right for me to get to the distillery. But I did pick up another bottle of this at another liquor store. Uh, Gomer's, I believe it was called. Which is why we stopped, man. Anyway, so I decided I did use some of this because I know I have an unopened bottle now. Because I quit drinking it because I didn't want to go through it so fast. It is absolutely delicious. I was drinking it mostly neat because it really is a whiskey you want to drink neat. But I really thought because of the flavors that Madeira Cask Rye has, it'd be perfect for an old fashioned. especially a straight up old fashioned where you don't have ice melting in your cocktail. So that's my issue. I don't like ice melting in your cocktail because every second that ice is in your drink, that drink is changing. That's why I like everything served straight up. So I'm one of the rare folks. Anyway, it didn't used to be a rarity, but it does seem now. I do like my old fashioned served straight up. Biscuits, that's good, man. I do have the next few days off, though. I'm off Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Been on a little bit of a stretch, so I am tired. Guess it's only been a 6 day stretch, but it gets the best of you as you get older. In my early 20s, I was working a job where I would sometimes work several weeks without a day off. You didn't notice it as much then, but you notice it as you get older. In my late 20s and early 30s, I was management with the evil retail empire, and you get on these long stretches that would take a lot out of you, working anywhere between 12 to 18, sometimes 24 hours a day. Yeah, there were 24-hour shifts. The company that believes in family. Yeah. If you believe that. Uh, but I think that's part of why my body is in the shape it's in now, because I just killed it way back then. You develop unhealthy coping mechanisms as you get older. Uh, anyways, I digress. But yeah, those long days just kind of take it out of me anymore, or long weeks. Oh, man. I wasn't so. I bought these cardamom bitters, well, mostly because I hadn't seen them before. But then I started thinking of. I was trying to think of what applications would be good for this, right? It says Boker style. I didn't realize that Boker style cardamom. But anyway, but I thought it would make a great fall bitter, right? But I had some other stuff. I have plum bitters. I got toasted almond bitters. I also picked up some cranberry bitters that will probably segue into as we pass as we get past Thanksgiving and move into Christmas. But I thought, with the ginger, orange, and thyme simple syrup, the cardamom bitters would be very interesting. Add to that kind of spice palette we got going on. Excuse me. The aromatics are incredible on this particular cocktail, though. That's my issue with rocks, though, right? Rocks, you put ice cube in there, and it really mutes the aromatics. You can get a drink cold, strain that ice out, and you're still going to feel those aromatics. But once you got that cube in there and it starts to melt, those aromatics they're going away, man. They're dissipating. They're done. That ice kills the aromatics, which is partly why I've always preferred the Manhattan to the old fashioned, because Manhattan is typically served straight up, although somewhat on the rocks. And I'm probably one of the rare folks these days that do want an old fashioned served straight up, because every place out there wants to put ice in that drink. Even folks making the best old fashioned on the planet still want to put that great big ice cube in your drink, and I just prefer a straight up cocktail. So, anyways, I digress. As we wrap this up, man, I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, whiskey evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom and All around good guy. Sláinte.